I just want to make a simple tribute to Kevin Samuel. I'm still in shock. I'm sure a lot of other people are still in shock about his untimely death. I think he was doing a pretty good service to those women that were asking his advice. This is what a lot of people forget when they're saying that he just made fun of black women, he made disparaging remarks about black women. Women were coming to him for advice. He was a image consultant. I was normally surprised how women would come to him for advice and they would dress up any old kind of way knowing that they were going to be on YouTube. I would at least think you would make sure your hair is combed or styled in such a way and you would wear a nice shirt. Most people would come up looking like they just rolled out of bed with a tank top on. This is not acceptable. But he would point that out and he would try his best to let people know what is expected of them since they were going to him for advice. It just wasn't him just being outrageous. He is in much so in this class of new guru consultants that you see on YouTube. You have them exclusively for men to men. You have consultants for men to women. What do men think? How come I can't get this or that? I think he exposed a lot about how the next generation was raised by the older generation to where a lot of women could not tell if the guy who they were dating was worth their weight in salt or if they dressed a certain way why they're not attracting the men that they want. Of course, everybody wants a high value man. A high value man wants something that's of high value. You don't present yourself that way, in which a lot of these women, just by seeing how they look on the video, were not doing that. And he was quick to let them know, this is what you need to do. This is not disparaging women. This is not saying anything bad about women. This is letting women know what they needed to do in order to attract what they want. Because the same rhetoric that they've been taught for the past couple of years is not working. He reminds me of a Tom Likas and Howard Stern. And there's even another gentleman, I think his name goes by Entrepreneurs with Cars, where he normally gives advice to men on what to do, what not to do. If you see a woman with tattoos, do you really want to date that? Your personal preferences are different, but if you have a certain thing that you're looking for, this may not be the person that you want to go to. I don't see what's wrong with that type of information. He does say a lot of things about single mothers. If you look at a lot of these other gurus that are not being attacked right now, the first thing they normally tell you is, if you get a single mother, expect this, expect that. Again, this is kind of goes along with what women have been taught, that, maybe you want to be a young mother, cool. Then you need to marry the gentleman that sired the kid versus play house with him. Oops, you're pregnant, and then now y'all don't get along, and now you want another man to take care of another man's kid. This is considered normal now, but a high value man is probably not going to go down that route if that's what you're looking for. I found him to be very honest, and a lot of the information that he is giving, he's not the only one giving it. So to say that he's just a unicorn giving all this whack advice is not true. A lot of the advice that he is giving has been said over the past 20 years. I think it was Boyce Watkins. He had a podcast where several women were saying that if you haven't found a boyfriend or a husband while you're in college, After you get out of college, it will be very difficult to find a husband and you're going to be left out alone. So this is information that is still out there. He's just being more blunt and honest with it. So all this vitriol is very misplaced. Again, this guy must be doing something right if he's gotten all this attention from all these people who didn't even bother to know about him before he untimely passed away. Again, this is a video tribute to Kevin Samuel. I would encourage people to go back to the May 2nd episode that he did of this year called The Self-Love of Modern Women and listen to it. It is, I think, about 2 to 3 hours long. And this is the episode I think would be a good episode to introduce you to him and not just the cliff notes of what everybody else is saying. Let me know what you feel in the comments.